Show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk Radio Show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk Radio Show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
Welcome. Got me in the mic here? All right, great. I hear myself. That's okay. Welcome to Don't Hassle Us. We're local here, folks. Quad Cities ESPN Radio. Hi, Jay.
Hi. We got Bobby Ray Bunch in the studio with us.
Hello.
I think T-Roy's out and about stumping for votes. He's a pollster, I think. That's why he's out today.
Thought he was eating pizza.
He wouldn't give me, well...
That's P-O-L-E for T-Roy.
That's what he says he's doing, but I think he's running a...
Not two L's.
Yeah, I think he's running a poll somewhere. That's what you would want to see when you go in to vote, right? T-Roy running the poll?
What do you think T-Roy's poll is? Who thinks the Cowboys should have won last night?
Yeah, I bet you he would be more on if he were here, that call on the roughing the passer type of thing, but we can get to that later.
Yeah.
Bobby, thanks for stepping in today.
Thanks for having me.
On this big day of...
Huge.
Big day. It's the day where we...
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I like it. It's the day where you get a sticker and you make sure you put it on Facebook, right?
Yeah. How about you just do your civic duty and go vote? We don't need a photo. I don't care what you're wearing. I don't care if you got a sticker. Just do your civic duty and go vote.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do.
Right. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care how you voted. Just go vote and go about your day.
Yep.
Thank you.
I was thinking about that because...
Or do what you want to do, because this is America.
My first election I voted in was 1996.
Wow.
My first presidential election.
Clinton.
Yeah, versus Dole.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember if they had a sticker at the place. And definitely there wasn't social media to go around doing it anyway.
No.
And nothing screams more like I want to get into a debate and yell politics than wearing a sticker that says I voted, right? Just out in public.
It's just it's all just been so frustrating. I was watching Jeopardy in the shower the other day, and
What?
There's a TV in the bathroom.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Big Time.
So I'm watching Jeopardy in the shower.
Music Wonderwall must be good. Paying well these days.
And every single commercial, it was a political ad, and none of them were nice or friendly or stated their position. It was just attack ads, and I just rolled my eyes, mostly because I had shampoo in my eyes, but I rolled my eyes, and yeah, I'm happy that the day has finally come. Go vote, go do your civic duty, and then we'll all hold hands and be merry, right?
That's right. Speaking of Facebook, I made a post that says, you had your voice heard, you filled in the circles, and thank goodness for my first grade teacher, Mrs. Wrights, when I had to take my first ITBS, now known as the ITEDS.
Oh.
When she told me, do not go outside the lines, which gave me test anxiety for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Do not go outside the lines, because if you think the answer is B and you go outside the lines, they may think it's C and you're going to get your ITBS wrong.
Correct.
So, which prepared me for today. So I hope my boy Ben's learning lessons like that in first grade right now. That'll carry him over to when he's 42. But
yeah,
I filled it in and we're ready to go. But like I said, since you've made your voice heard, go ahead and give us a call today. Let's talk sports, though. Don't come in and call and say, go vote blue or red or a blue wave's coming or I don't know. I'm not into
in
this.
the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. You guys, they're all friends behind the scenes and shake hands and make money. So that's my point of view.
That's your point. Are you going to watch the results come in tonight, though? No, you're not?
No.
Serge?
No, I got stuff to do.
No,
No.
Jay, are you?
I don't know. I guess. I think.
Like watching the draft?
No,
Yeah.
I'll be watching Kansas-Michigan State tonight.
See, I know I'll have that on, but I think I'll be flipping. When that's all said and done.
Just wake up tomorrow. It's
10:30. Oh, it's kind of exciting.
No, it's not.
They sell it like it is on television, so.
Yeah, don't watch it, Jay. Do yourself a favor.
All right, it's not gonna. Here's the thing, though. The results aren't going to make me angry either way.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm staying up with anticipation to find out, who's going to win, and it's not going to ruin my day at all either way.
Watch House of Cards.
I never made it past episode 2 of season 2.
Oh.
And I always and it's funny that you mentioned it. I was going through Netflix last night, and I was like, you know what? I should go back and watch the rest of that show.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. I like it.
No, people seem to like it. They win Emmys, you know.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only show I'll watch is if it wins an Emmy.
Yeah, well, thank you for everybody listening on ESPN 93.5. Make sure you can go ahead about 12:15, give a call in 391-3776, 563-391-3776. You can talk to us about sports, bring up whatever you want. You can yell about the clapper or how football is just a two-hand touch now. I don't know. You can cry about the Hawkeyes or, what the Cubs should do in the offseason. Any of that. We'd like to thank Done Right Satellite for these cameras that they put up here. And you can find us obviously you can watch us on Facebook Live. We have a YouTube channel as well. It's QC Hassle. Follow us on Twitter as well, QC Hassle. This Friday, we're going up to Cedar Falls. We're going to have a live show from Mulligan's Brick Oven Grill up there in Cedar Falls from 1 to 3 before the Bettendorf semifinal football game at 4 o'clock against West Des Moines Dowling. So make plans to get up there, all you Bettendorf fans, family, parents. Make plans to get up there early so you guys can socialize with some other Bulldog fans and watch our show. I think we're going to have some local media guys on, and maybe we'll throw some parents on. Who knows?
That'd be a good time.
I hope so. All right. Around the sports world, Coach Q?
What the heck is going on?
All right, because I'm asking you, because I'm new to hockey here.
Well, I went to my first NHL game in St. Louis when they played the Blues 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, and the Blues stomped them 7-3.
They play them again next week.
Okay. Now, look, I'm not an NHL expert by any means, but that 7-3, 10 goals scored in a game is pretty high total.
They're off to a rough start.
Yeah,
but
the dudes won championships.
3 in 10 years.
Yeah, that's and I get there was 2 first-round exits. I get that.
They missed the playoffs last year for the first time in a long time.
But you still winning championships. It's got to be some sort of internal struggle where they gave him an ultimatum at the end of the season last year, like, hey, dude.
I think that was the wrong choice.
Well, yeah, I mean, the season just started. They're barely 10% the way through the season, and you're already firing your head coach. I mean, in any sport, firing your coach beginning of the season, midway through the season doesn't typically result in a championship unless you're the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers. But yeah, that was a shocking move.
But you mentioned the Cavaliers, and they fired Tyronn Lue 6 games into it, right?
Yeah,
and he made him. He took him to the NBA Finals.
Did he,
and
though?
Championship.
Did he take them?
Yes, he did.
He did?
He coached them. I mean, did Coach
Who did he
Q
go with?
Did Coach Q take him there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Coach Q is a coach. Tyronn Lue is a puppet.
But I mean,
Yeah.
they did fire him those 6 games into it. That's the argument for that.
Yeah, but Dan Gilbert hasn't been known as the most, steady-minded owner in the league as well. I mean, he makes pretty rash decisions, and
True.
And I think any NBA fan knows that Tyronn Lue was not the coach to get players better. He was the coach that would let LeBron.
I didn't think I was going to miss T-Roy today, but not to interrupt you, but this is where T-Roy would chime right in with his Tyronn Lue Muppet voice impersonation, because that's all he is.
Yeah. He's the guy that got stepped over by Iverson, in my opinion.
That's all.
Yeah,
that's all I will ever remember is that clip.
Yeah.
No, that is true. That is a great clip. But so where are the Blackhawks going from here, Serge? Anything? I mean,
nowhere fast. They're not really. Nothing's really going to change right away. The hockey season is very long. I mean,
they're 6-3 right now, if I remember correctly.
I think that sounds right. Nothing's going to change immediately. But they were okay. So last year, when they didn't make the playoffs for the first time in a long time, they were without Corey Crawford for a majority of the season. They had some struggles. They didn't make the playoffs. Okay, it's not all on Coach Q.
If they had,
I don't know. I'm a big Coach Q fan. So,
so what happens to him? Where does he go?
I don't know. This is so fresh. I don't even know what to even say or what he should do right now.
A little broken up about
well,
it.
no, I think
I'm kind of mad. But
with like hockey,
I think most Blackhawk fans are.
With hockey, I mean it's just not as familiar as if basketball or football or baseball. Like baseball, you have a bench coach, you have offense coordinator. Football, basketball, you have another bench coach or whatever else. In hockey, it's just there's not always like names out there. There's not like a hot name, There's not a Lincoln Riley in the background waiting, or there's not a Matt Campbell, or so to say who they're going to hire next, I mean, that's anyone's game. It's you can go and just name a former Blackhawk. That's about it, and say, well, he should probably coach him.
What about the coach from Mighty Ducks, Gordon? He did pretty good.
He did a good job with those ragtag group of kids.
He had that DUI though.
That
might prevent him
this day and
from getting
age.
the job.
Yeah, you don't want that anymore. You don't want that reputation going on. Well, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. And when we talked before the season, the Blackhawks weren't really favored to do very well this year, though, right? So, I mean, I know a lot of teams make it the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, again, I don't know what the expectations were, but I don't think that any Blackhawks fan went into the season expecting a coaching change, let alone this early into the season.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty drastic. Which, again, there's probably some stuff that we don't know that was going on internally between management and the coach, and it came to a boil, and he is no longer with the team, and now it's on the players to make the best of a horrible situation.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to talk about the Monday Night Football game, maybe talk about some coaches' hot seats. Anything you guys want to talk about, you can call in at 563-391-3776.
Be nice.
391 ESPN.
391 ESPN. Thank you.
All right. Hey, Quad Cities. Stop going to your favorite social media sites asking for suggestions of where to get your oil change, who does the best tattoo work, or the best place for lunch in the Quad Cities. Pick up your Locals Love Us guide all over the Quad Cities. Their guide has an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find whatever you're looking for. Or go to their website at localsloveus.com, pick Quad Cities, and then browse the favorites. So easy to use, and then they even rank the most popular places for you. While you're on their website, don't forget to vote for our show, Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, and all of your sponsors of our show. Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on your ESPN 93.5.
Oh.
Listen up, Quad Cities. What if you could gather all the best man stuff into one place? November 9th to the 11th, the QCCA Expo Center will once again be transformed into the world's largest man cave with dozens of exhibitors, demonstrations, and activities. Drive a NASCAR simulator from Roland Racing Systems, see a 60s pinup contest, or win your very own man cave. It's cooler than a car show, better than a trade show. The 3rd annual Weebler's Harley-Davidson Man Show, powered by WHBF.
Increase the value of your home during Menards Home Improvement Sale. Add warmth and beauty to any room with Dakota Pre-Finished Shiplap. It's excellent for installing on walls, ceiling, or use as a wainscot. Its tongue and groove design installs with hidden fastening for professional results. 8-foot pre-finished shiplap is only $8.99 during Menards Home Improvement Sale. Going on now through November 10th. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
Save big money at Menards.
Get the ultimate Black Friday deals at JCPenney. Hurry in now and save up to 40% on select major appliances. Plus, buy more, save more. Get up to a $600 Visa prepaid card when you buy 2 or more qualifying appliances. Plus, get up to 36-month special financing with your JCPenney credit card through $11.29. JCPenney. Style and value for all. Event is valid 10/31 through 11/29. Conditions and exclusions apply. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. Must request at time of purchase. See store or jcp.com/appliances for details.
Weber Auto Group in Silvis. Family-owned business, 3 generations, all vehicles. Come with the Weber warranty. Financing available for everyone. We've got your baby. A 5-star reputation with small-town integrity. Check them out online at WeberAutoGroup.com. You might be in the market for a truck or a sedan, or maybe your family needs a minivan. Perhaps you just want a little coupe. You can find them all at Weber Auto Group, 101 First Avenue, Silvis. Weber Auto Group, we got your baby.
People not from around here are often surprised that Casey's General Store's pizza is so incredibly delicious. They say they didn't know you could get the best tasting, freshest baked pizza from a convenience store. Please. We're not just a convenience store. We're the best tasting, freshest baked pizza joint you'll totally love that just happens to conveniently have everything else you need too. Right now, get 2 large single topping pizzas for $9.99 each. Casey's, famous for pizza. Not valid with any other offer.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
Welcome back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on your Quad Cities, ESPN 93.5. Jaybird,
Yeah.
what's going on, pal?
Nothing. We just got a question on the Vans Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line. Is Troy really out there intimidating voters? No. I think he is out there eating pizza dough or something.
Eating pizza dough?
He's
Just
working
raw dough.
on some deal for some pizza dough somewhere. He's busy.
Thanks for putting images in our heads.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you guys watch the Monday Night Football game last night? I mean, obviously we had the Hassler bet, and they're done, and I got to get going. So
I was hosting trivia down at Stockade,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't really get to catch most of the first half. I was more checking the score, but I did watch pretty much most of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Did you watch any of it?
I caught a little bit of it.
Yeah. It's not looking good in Dallas.
No, I mean, but did anyone really think it was going to look good in Dallas? Again, we want to talk about puppet coaches. The only reason Jason Garrett has a job is because he does whatever Jerry Jones says,
or he's got photos of Jerry Jones in some.
No, Jerry Jones found the perfect yes man. I mean, did you watch that All or Nothing Dallas Cowboys documentary on Amazon? It was very, very obvious that the players do not respect Jason Garrett. He does not have a say in what goes on with that organization, and until Jerry Jones steps away and lets management and coaches do their job, that team will always be bad or mediocre. I don't care what kind of talent you have in there. Look, they had Dak Prescott, Dez Bryant, Ezekiel Elliott, the best offensive line in the league, and they're still not a good football team.
Right.
It's just as simple as that.
Their line kind of went to crap.
Well, they've had some injuries and whatnot, but it's still
like Dak is still good.
Yeah, I'm not saying
he was scrambling for his life last night from what I saw.
Well, and then you also have the opportunity to rush one of the best running backs in the league into the end zone 3 times. Said you try passing it, and it's just you throw a pass to your brand
Amari
new
Cooper
Amari
scored.
Cooper. Yeah, he did in the first quarter. Yeah, yep. But I know there's a lot of diehard Dallas Cowboys fans that don't want to hear it and can't imagine somebody saying something negative about their team. But it's just them's the facts.
Yeah.
They're not good. They're 3-5. They have talent on their team, and they're not. And it's not like they're in a strong division.
No,
you're playing with the Giants, the mediocre Eagles, and the Redskins are having
the
an up
defending
year.
Super Bowl champions are in the division, though.
Sure, but are they playing like Super Bowl champions?
No. I'm just saying that's going to be the argument. Is that what do you mean it's not the division? It's not the.
No, we all know the NFC North is the toughest division in football right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I don't know if the NFC North will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.
Probably not.
But it
Probably
is.
not.
Yes, it's most competitive. They were 13-3 in 2016. The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Jason Garrett was Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
And now it's this.
Yeah, they had a great year that year.
That's incredible to think that in 2 years ago they were 13-3.
Yeah, I mean, it's also incredible to think that everyone used to like Jason Witten, and then he got into a broadcasting booth, and it's just atrocious.
I never liked Jason Witten.
All right, here's the question for you. Then, is that I'd only seen a handful of times Booger McFarland on like some of the morning shows.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because Jason Witten is so vanilla that you appreciate Booger so much more?
I think so.
I mean that's what every time he's on, I'm like, this is great.
Booger's
Listen
just
to Booger
ruining.
go.
I'd rather listen to Ben Stein announce a football game than Jason Witten.
That'd be informative. You could win some of his money. It's a callback from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Do you have dry red eyes?
Yeah, but I mean the whole Monday Night Football crew is just it's a dumpster fire. It's unwatchable. So anytime I do watch Monday Night Football, I honestly don't have the sound on. I have music on, or I'll listen to a radio broadcast because they're trying to just be cool and do all these. I could go on and on about it. It's so frustrating.
Did you watch it with sound on when Gruden was on?
Not really. I don't really like him either.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who was the ones that? I mean, do you have to go back to
Dennis Miller?
Was Tony Kornheiser on with Dennis Miller then, or is that another? Okay.
I thought he did an okay job. I mean,
He did fine.
Yeah, Mike Tirico was good.
Yeah.
I don't love announcers to begin with, so maybe I'm a little biased on this, but don't get me started on Chris Collinsworth and
he's the best. He's the reason to watch Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, if Aaron Rodgers is playing, he's
well, yeah, but I mean, in the end, he's just a fan of anybody that puts on the pads and the helmet.
Yeah,
he just oversells it.
He's not bad. He's just a little too much sometimes. Maybe as a Hawkeye fan, as a Bears fan, as a Cubs fan, I feel like anytime I watch my team on a national broadcast, they just get crapped on the entire broadcast. And it's just very frustrating.
I think I would like to hear a 30-second, maybe even a minute, just a nice little promo out of Collinsworth about how excited he is for the NFL uniforms to be on Fortnite now.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing now. Yeah, you can buy the uniform on your character on Fortnite can have an NFL uniform now.
That's so cool.
It is. I think I would like to hear Collinsworth just talk about how NFL that is and how.
Now here's a guy.
Witten over Collinsworth?
No. Witten's terrible.
I dig Witten over Collinsworth.
Witten's terrible.
But going back to the Cowboys, you don't think at all that Garrett's on the hot seat?
No, I mean, look, if they end up 6-10, 7-9, there's a strong possibility he could be fired in the offseason. But I mean, Jerry Jones just said they're not going to make a coaching change during the season. I don't think he gave a vote of confidence that he will be our coach next year. But yeah, I mean, they can make a change. I don't know what coach would want to go take that position unless you're an up-and-coming guy that hasn't had an opportunity yet. But look, Mike McCarthy is going to be gone after this year, so that's going to be the number one destination, go coach Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, I don't know what established coach who has already been an NFL head coach would want to go take that Dallas Cowboys job. It does not, to me, sound like an ideal place to be a head coach in the NFL. You think, those guys, when they get to that level, they've done it their way for years and years and years, and then you finally get to Dallas, and you don't get to do it your way anymore. Mm-hmm. It's not up to you. You don't have a say in what goes on in that organization.
So you don't think a college coach would? I mean,
sure. Like I said, if they haven't had an opportunity to be an NFL head coach, and of course, there's a lot of guys that would take that position, but I'm saying the Cowboys need a coach that knows what he's doing, not a guy that's going to learn on the job.
Mm-hmm. Fair. There's right now, obviously, Hugh Jackson was fired last week. They do have the odds out on OddsShark, most likely to be fired next. And Jason Garrett is pretty far down on the list. It goes Vance Joseph of the Broncos.
Yeah.
Dirk Cutter of the Buccaneers. Todd Bowles of the Jets. Mike McCarthy. Steve Wilkes. Adam Gase. Pat Shurmur. Doug Marrone, then Jason Garrett.
Pat Shurmur?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, but it's a plus 1,000.
Okay.
I mean, it's a very long shot. Vance Joseph's at plus 400.
Yeah.
I think that's an off the season as well. Dirk Cutter would probably, if in season, would probably be my best guess at plus 450.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of it has to do with they bet their future on Jameis Winston as well, mm-hmm. and you can't necessarily blame Dirk Cutter for Jameis Winston not being successful. I mean, the guy just doesn't seem focused. He doesn't seem like he puts in the work to be better and better every day, and he's got off-the-field issues as well. But when Ryan Fitzpatrick is the guy that you'd rather have playing quarterback over Jameis Winston, to me, that doesn't seem like a coaching problem. To me, that seems like a coach is saying, I'm doing everything that I can do to give this team a chance to win, and if that's sitting a number one pick mm-hmm. over Ryan Fitzpatrick, I mean, that's, to me, saying the coach is doing what he can.
Well, but there's also a problem there when your whole situation of putting them a chance to win is to give up 28-plus points and then have a comeback almost every time with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
It happens, yeah.
So that might be a...
But to me, more of a management issue.
Mm-hmm.
Management should have gotten rid of Jameis Winston a couple years ago. And, well, first of all, they shouldn't have even drafted the guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But, the other thing is they should have gotten rid of him, especially over this whole Uber thing that happened. I mean, he should have been gone. Can't have that.
No,
just sit in the back seat and get home, bro. Like, you don't need to.
yeah. I mean,
you don't need any extracurricular activities.
Well, you bring up Jameis and E.J. Manuel, former NFL quarterback.
I saw that.
Yeah, he went to Twitter. He has since erased it, but he said,
well, it was his Instagram story.
It was an Instagram story, okay. But it's since been erased, maybe.
God, you were on top of things. I like that.
I usually never open up about my situation in Buffalo. But the fact that this guy has had multiple games with 4+ interceptions and I still don't have a job in the league is unreal.
Well, he doesn't have a job.
Say what you want about me, but never have I done that.
Yeah, he's 5 pounds less than Jamarcus Russell. That's why he doesn't have a job in the NFL as a quarterback. E.J. Manuel, again, another guy, wasn't putting in the work to get better. When you are given multiple chances to be a starter in the NFL, which has a short shelf life and a short amount of time to prove yourself, and you're not getting the job done, you don't have many chances left. And I'm sorry, but E.J. Manuel was out of shape when he'd show up to camp. He made horrible decisions throwing the ball. And, in his defense, he didn't have the most talented guys around him to make him better, but also he came from a very weak quarterback class that he was maybe not even the best quarterback out of that bunch. What draft was that, 2013 or something like that? It was a terrible draft class for quarterbacks. Pull up his draft class. It's pretty bad.
And didn't they pull up to get him?
I believe they moved into the first round to grab him.
Yeah, he was in the 2013. We'll pull up the 2013 draft here real quick. Let's see.
But I like that he went on Instagram to say that because he made a good point. Nathan Peterman should be selling car insurance, not.
Yeah, he was the only quarterback taken in the first round that year, and they did trade up to get him in St. Louis.
Okay.
And then Geno Smith was the second quarterback taken. That was in the second round.
He's a backup.
Yep, and I mean,
was that A.J. McCarron's draft class as well?
Mike Glennon went 73rd.
Yeah, the giraffe. No.
Yeah, it's you're right. Not a very good. Matt Barkley went 98th. Yeah, it's Landry Jones, but we're way down the list now.
Yeah, I think Landry Jones was a 6th-round pick for the Steelers, something along those lines. But yeah, I like that DJ Manuel said something. I think players should be a little more vocal about things, but they're scared about saying anything because it's so hard to have a job in the NFL that you have to have a pretty perfect record to even have a chance at it. But yeah, Nathan Peterman should not be starting games.
No.
At all.
According to CBSSports.com, Peterman throws interceptions nearly 3 times as often as Manuel did. He threw 16 interceptions in 590 career attempts. That was Manuel. Peterman's thrown 12 in 130 career passing attempts.
Wow. So 10% of his passes are interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, just under that. So Manuel was 6-11 during his 4 years as a starter. But he thinks that Peterman's getting the benefit of the doubt as far as learning curve goes. Actually, it's just a matter of that they don't have anybody else in Buffalo.
Well, sure, but if he was 6-11 in 4 years as a start, that's 17 games in 4 years that he started.
The other question is E.J. Manuel, a former first-round draft pick, going to take the salary that Nathan Peterman is agreeing to? Because Peterman's just happy to have a job.
Yeah.
E.J. wants a job. He says he should be starting. That's the difference. Peterman knows his role. He's saying, I guarantee you, Nathan Peterman's not sitting around with his buddies thinking he's Willie Beeman. He's going, I don't know. Yeah. He's doing the same thing we're all doing. I'm fine fine holding a clipboard.
Right.
But hey, I got to go in. So.
Have any teams?
Yeah, somebody's trying to call in here in a second.
No.
No, not right now.
No.
Okay, so they tried. There you go. All
right.
Got a caller here.
Have any teams worked out E.J. Manuel this year? I mean, was he on a roster this year?
I don't believe
Hello?
So.
You're on the air.
What's up, brother? It's Erickson.
Hey, what's going on, bud? How you doing?
Not much. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Give me the update on the status there in Green Bay. What do you think about Mike McCarthy? Is he going to be the coach there in 2019?
Oh, okay. I'm on. Hey, I just want to say, first of all, love the show.
Thanks.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah.
Love what you guys do for local sports, and it's a highlight of my day every day to listen to you guys. So I just want to say
buddy.
that first.
Thanks, Matt. I should have just instead of jumping right in there, you got to give the long time first time. I forgot all about that. I appreciate it.
Hey, I want to talk some Packers.
Yeah.
What do we got to do to help out Aaron Rodgers? You know, these fumbles, man. First game.
Get him a defense?
Ty Montgomery, fumble, blows the game away. This next game, 17-all, we're driving down in the red zone. Aaron Jones, fumble. Tie game, looking to take over this game. Somebody please get this man some help.
What is
That
it?
being said, the rest of the season, I believe I got us one more loss, maybe two, to get us to 10-5-1, possibly 9-6-1. My question to you guys, you think that's good enough to, A, win the division, or B, get us into a wild card spot?
Definitely wild card. The division, I don't think so.
I mean, it's a pretty close race between. I mean, it's not like the Packers are way out of it with the Bears and Vikings. I mean, I think this Sunday's
any
game,
one of those three teams could represent the NFC North, and I do think that the wild card's coming out of the North as well. It's two of the three. So
my question for you, Erickson, being a Packers fan, why is it that the Packers historically have never had a solid running? I shouldn't say never, but they typically don't have a solid run game. Do you think that would help Aaron Rodgers at all, having a go-to running back that could kind of take some of the pressure off, or does the ball always have to be in Aaron Rodgers' hand for the Packers offense to be successful?
Well, you got a surprise for me? Is Le'Veon Bell on his way? Or because no, we've always been a pass team to set up the run, as opposed to the other way. You know, it's just this is what we do.
Your most recent best running backs have to be Eddie Lacy and Amon Green,
and Aaron Rodgers, yeah,
and Ryan Rodgers.
That's true.
Yeah. We run a lot of quick passes that are basically like run plays, you know, out to the wideouts.
Sure.
Try to get people in open spaces. That's why I really wanted another receiver there at the end of the trade line, like a Deshaun Jackson or Golden Tate, to help spread the field out.
You were really high on Deshaun Jackson, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
So what did you think when they got rid of Jordy Nelson?
I didn't like it, but he has lost a step. He's got problems getting separation now. Still a great route runner, still great hands, especially on the sideline. Him and Rodgers had that back shoulder fade connection. But,
so Cobb is a better receiver than Jordy Nelson right now?
And I think Cobb is kind of going the same route. I think he's lost a step as well. He's got hamstring issues. I'm really high on this MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Mm-hmm.
He's a quick guy, good hands, and another big receiver who can go up and get it. He just needs time with Rodgers to gel. But I think he might be good down the road.
Matt.
And he's available in 80% of leagues if you want to go grab him.
Hey, there you go. It's Waiver Wire Tuesday as well. Matt, I think Bobby kind of hit it on the head, and this is my own opinion. I think it's time for McCarthy and the Packers to go their separate ways. I think he's getting the benefit of the doubt just because he won a Super Bowl.
13 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, how long did Billick have a job? And I mean, how long's Harbaugh going to have a job for too?
Or Marvin Lewis.
Yeah, but they won Super Bowls,
Yeah.
and in Baltimore. I think he's getting. I think it's just time to go their separate ways.
I don't think they get along. I don't think Rodgers and McCarthy are, not that you have to be best friends with your coach, but I think having that chemistry really, really helps. And yeah, maybe it's just the marriage might be over.
What do you think, Erickson?
I agree. They're always fighting on the play calling. Michael calling something, Rodgers will check out of it constantly, and I think there's that tension there. But hey, I won't hog up the line the whole time. I just wanted to say how much I appreciate you guys and I love the show, and I always love talking Packers. So
yeah, thanks
I'll
for
hang
calling
up
in.
and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
Appreciate it, Erickson.
Thanks,
Take
Matty.
care, man.
What a level-headed, realistic Packers fan. That was lovely.
What, you didn't think that was going to happen?
No, I didn't.
Well, thanks for the phone call. Again, the lines are open, 391-3776. We're going to take a quick break. Come back. We're going to look at some news in the MMA, And the Baseball Writers Association of America has announced their finalists for awards.
All right, guys. Front Street Brewery, the oldest brew pub in the state of Iowa, is nestled beautifully along the bank of the mighty Mississippi. It's served the fine community of Davenport, Iowa since 1992 with some awesome beers such as the Davenport Gold, a satisfying American ale, pale straw in color with a sweet corn-like aroma and a crisp, clean finish, smooth, balanced, and refreshing. Also, their Wise Guy to take on the instantly recognizable German wheat beer that staked its claim on the palates around the world, brewed with noble German's yeast. This refreshingly sweet and smooth brew features a citrusy tart aroma with significant notes of banana and clove. Prost. Or the Raging River, an English-inspired American India Pale Ale with incredible balance, featuring an earthy, slightly fruity hop aroma with moderately bready malt notes. A bronze-colored IPA that you don't need a beer to drink. This is your gateway IPA. Check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials. Also visit their webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. The restaurant's located at 208 East River Drive, or the tap room's located in the Freight House Complex. That's Front Street Brewery.
You're listening to Don't Hassle Us for Local on your ESPN 93.5.
Hi, I'm Democrat Joan Padilla, candidate for the 71st District State Representative. I've knocked on more than 12,000 doors. I've listened to you. You've told me that Springfield works for special interests, not your families. You've told me that we need to rebuild the middle class by focusing on healthcare, jobs, and education. Let's make Springfield work for your family, not special interests. I'm Joan Padilla, and I'm asking for your vote. Thank you.
Paid for by Joan Padilla for state representative.
Storm damage can hit anyone, anywhere, but your window to file an insurance claim is limited. Call All Major Restorations in the Quad Cities. After all, insurance companies have someone working for them who's working for you. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, damaged windows. Don't wait and let this lead to more extensive damage. Call for your free storm damage inspection. Residential, commercial, or industrial, serving the Quad Cities area. Call All Major Restorations now. 563-322-0060.
Listen up, Quad Cities. What if you could gather all the best man stuff into one place? November 9th to the 11th, the QCCA Expo Center will once again be transformed into the world's largest man cave with dozens of exhibitors, demonstrations, and activities. Drive a NASCAR simulator from Roland Racing Systems, see a 60s pinup contest, or win your very own man cave. It's cooler than a car show, better than a trade show. The 3rd annual Weebler's Harley-Davidson Man Show, powered by WHBF.
Weber Auto Group in Silvis. Family-owned business, 3 generations, all vehicles. Come with the Weber warranty, financing available for everyone. We've got your baby. A 5-star reputation with small-town integrity. Check them out online at WeberAutoGroup.com. You might be in the market for a truck or a sedan, or maybe your family needs a minivan. Perhaps you just want a little coupe. You can find them all at Weber Auto Group, 101 First Avenue, Silvis. Weber Auto Group, we got your baby.
USA Network's new music competition show is all about country.
This is real country.
21 acts, all vying for a shot at country music stardom.
I want some more.
It's the chance of a lifetime.
I just always felt like I was destined for more.
Join country music legends Shania Twain, Jake Owen, and Travis Tritt.
You are real country for sure.
In the search for the next generation of country music superstars. Real Country premieres November 13th on USA Network.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
Welcome back to Don't Hassle Us for Local on ESPN 93.5. You can check us out on Facebook Live. Leave a comment on the Vans Pizza Pub and Grill comment line. You can give us a phone call here, 563-391-ESPN. Don't forget you can listen to it on the app as well, or on your laptop or computer, ESPN935.com. Just click Listen Now in the upper right-hand corner. All Did you hear that last commercial? Are you going to try out for America's Next Country Star on USA Network?
Oh, no.
No? Okay. I mean,
Wonderwall a country song?
Sounded like
Could be.
Yeah, should have been.
We could do a rendition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like, I don't know, Shania Twain and Tim McGraw is going to be on. I don't know.
Yeehaw.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blake
anyway.
Shelton's still the sexiest man alive.
In my eyes.
Some crazy news regarding Rocky Month.
Sylvester Stallone's still alive.
No, come on. Well, of course he is, but the people, the good people at Cinema 53, contacted me with the marketing people for Cinemark.
Nice.
And then I asked them how much it would be to rent out the theater. Try to get a little promotion going. And then Bethany, the nice young lady there, through email, I was like, hey, can we talk about this? Let's, figure out the prices and everything. And she said, are you looking for a trade out? And I said, well, I am. I'd love to give you some promotion on the air. She said, well, I have to transfer you. So that would be really fun if we could rent out the theater.
Are you still on hold? She transferred
No,
you?
email.
Oh.
Yeah, she said I have to send this email off to somebody else who's in charge of the marketing and everything.
When does Creed 2 come out?
November 21st.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wednesday?
It's a Wednesday.
Okay.
Thanksgiving Wednesday. So, forget about Wreck-It Ralph.
Are you going the first day it opens?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
I'll
gosh.
be there.
First day?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
What time?
This one, the one I'm trying to rent out is this 6:30 showing, but I'll go. We don't have a show that Wednesday. I'll be there that afternoon.
What's Creed 3 going to be about?
I don't know.
He fights Tommy Davidson's abandoned child or
I would
something?
assume.
Not Tommy Morrison.
Tommy Morrison, yeah. Not the guy from In Living Color. Yeah.
I would assume 3 is when Rocky dies.
Damn.
That's what I would assume.
He's not going to die in this one?
No.
Okay. Good.
No. 3.
Huh. Do you think that Creed 2 will also have a message about the Cold War? Like
A little
Rocky
bit.
IV did?
It'll be a message about don't mess with our elections type of thing.
Oh gosh, it is.
No, I don't. It
I
could
bet
be,
I bet they'll say something in
There'll
there.
be something in there. There's going to be. Do you remember 4 and how there's a guy that sort of looks like Gorbachev?
Yeah.
That's what I'm really looking forward to. Is the actor who's there that actually looks like Putin? That's what I'm looking forward to.
House of Cards has a guy that looks like Putin. Yeah.
Yeah. He won't. It's gonna happen. So I'm excited.
If I can change my diapers, you can change my diapers.
Well, moving on to which actual
I'm
combat.
sorry, I just trashed your Rocky movie. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. You didn't trash it.
No,
Why would you
because
say
those
that?
are all realistic possibilities.
You didn't trash it. So this came out last night. That hasn't been signed yet, but January 26th, supposedly they're going to have the newcomer to UFC, Ben Askren, to fight Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler from Bettendorf, Iowa.
Oh yeah.
He's been a champion in the UFC before, but Askren just got traded to the UFC.
I didn't know they could do that.
I didn't either. It's a rare deal that they saw that. The UFC traded Demetrius Johnson to one champion Bellator and one championship. So Askren was a former title holder there. He's 34, former Division I NCAA champion at Missouri in wrestling. So that should be his first fight. Lawler hasn't fought since last December. He had a torn ACL, and he gave up his belt to Tyrone Woodley July 2016. So he's only fought twice since. But that'll be interesting.
Can you imagine being that good at fighting?
I can't.
What that's like to just know that anywhere you go, if anyone gives you a hard time, you could end their life with one punch. Or a chokehold, whichever your forte is.
We once had this debate about what could you last further in, one round of boxing or one round MMA.
I get nervous calling out a teenager doing something wrong. I'd be the worst.
Boxing.
Well, like when we had...
But you were a wrestler, though.
I wrestled, not to brag, till my sophomore year of high school, and
I've never wrestled.
I still got it, you guys.
Do you?
Yeah.
You still got it. All right.
For charity, I will wrestle you guys.
That should be the opening for Dancing with the Quad City Stars. Is a charity.
What's your weight class?
I
would be that guy that said, well, Serge might be okay, but once he gets down to the ground, he's over. Yeah, that's it.
When we had like Sean Weston, all right, the exception, he he's done both. He boxes and MMA, and he does it at 135, and he doesn't look 135 at all. I mean, he looks bigger than me.
Yeah.
And I don't weigh 135. I weigh more than that. It's incredible.
Yeah.
That they can get down to that weight. The amount of percentage of the low percentage of fat. It's nuts.
Yeah, that's what fascinates me about MMA is the amount of discipline and training that you have to go through. I mean, I know boxing's along the same lines, but just all those different disciplines of Brazilian jiu-jitsu, boxing, wrestling, and being an all-around total package. It just takes so much time and training, and just you have to eat right. And then also you have to go fight somebody until the death.
The other thing is this: I guess we could have Sean in to talk about it. Or I could go up and
Sean's such a great interview too.
But yeah, he's great. But the thing, during practice, you're like, all right, your coach is going to be like, now I'm going to take your forearm and I'm going to bend it to the point where it's almost going to break, and that's when you know when to tap. Not yet. Not yet. And he's like, well, it kind of hurts. He's like, no, I haven't broken it yet. Don't tap yet. That's when you know.
Sir, I'm crying.
Yeah, how do you know when to tap and everything? It's crazy.
Well, it's like Tim Sylvia when he got his arm broken.
Yeah.
During they had it in a I'm so bad at talking about it. They had it in a hold.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
He snapped his forearm and he's like, I didn't tap. What are you talking about? They're like, you can't fight anymore. You have a broken arm.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'll be good.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna be like Ricky Bobby and be like, you're gonna have to break it, Frenchie. No way.
My dad's neighbor used to fight in the UFC, and he hasn't fought in probably over a decade, and I still have to watch what I say around him.
Right.
Yeah.
That was what even in college when you're talking about maybe getting into scuffles, or these are the guys you don't mess with. You don't ever mess with the wrestlers.
No.
That's the same thing as you never mess with the MMA guys.
But just like you said about the neighbor, I recently had something, and I'm name drop here, but a friend of a friend, someone brought up Pat Miletich, and there had to be a favor involved. And my thing in all caps back, my text was, do you think I'm going to F and say no to Pat Miletich? And of course, there's tons of respect for Pat Miletich, but it was on completely different. It was, I'm not telling him no.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with respect. I'm not going to tell him no, just sure, that's good. It's fine. He can do whatever. It's all going to work out. Yeah. So I'm excited for that match in January. I'm excited because we probably will be able to get Robbie on to talk about it as well.
I hope so.
So, and it's good to have Ben Askren in UFC. Okay, the Baseball Writers of America Awards finalists are announced. Your finalists for AL MVP are Mookie Betts, Jose Ramirez, and Mike Trout. Your National League MVP are Nolan Arenado, Javier Baez, Christian Yelich. Can we stop for a second there? Should Baez have won a Gold Glove?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do you think it's crazy that he didn't get it?
Who got it in his place?
You know what? Right off the top of my head, I mean, Israez probably could do it. I don't. I know Ian Kinsler got it in the American League for second base. So
I just say I'm surprised.
DJ LeMahieu got it from the Rockies. I do know that. Okay. That's who it is. Yeah. You say you?
Yeah,
do.
I think Baez is better, and you guys know me. You guys know where my loyalty lies. But Baez is disgustingly good. He is so fun to watch. He makes phenomenal plays on a nightly basis.
I'm going to look up the odds to win the AL MVP and the NL MVP. Who do you guys like in in this one? Yes. Mookie Betts, Jose Ramirez, Mike Trout. Do you think Mike Trout should win it, even though they had a losing record?
No, he should not.
No, yeah, I mean, but again, my definition of MVP versus, the voters is a lot different. I think if you remove Mike Trout from that team, they're terrible, worse than they were. But I don't know how I don't have the numbers in front of me how he stacked up against those other guys, but
Mookie Betts and Yelich.
Yes, and I can give you the numbers how they stack up. All right, so as far as Vegas goes, Mookie Betts is -240. Mike Trout is +375. Jose Ramirez is +600. I am surprised that JD Martinez isn't in there. Well, I'm not surprised, but I think he should be mentioned. But they're not going to give him, because he's a designated hitter, they're not going to let him in there in the top 3. The favorite in the National League is Christian Yelich. He's even money. Javier Baez plus 135. Arenado's plus 550.
Why isn't this decided during the playoffs or right after the season?
It's a great question.
Yeah, they drag out a little too long.
I think NBA did the same thing with the MVP.
Did they do it for ratings, so like they keep your interest for another 2 more weeks rather than 1 more week?
Yeah, maybe
so
they'll have a
to
show
stay
that
relevant.
Jay can stay up late and watch, just like he's going to do the election results.
It's not out of anticipation. It is rather interesting, right?
Ooh, who's going to win the 3rd congressional district in Ohio?
I don't know how you don't.
Damn gerrymandering.
For the Mookie Betts hit 346. He's got 32 home runs.
Can we go to bed now?
No.
They'll be in bed.
We haven't found out who's won West Virginia.
Let me tell you exactly what's going to go on tonight. I'm going to put him in bed. I have to find something. I'm pretty sure I'm going to bet on some action on Tuesday Night Football because we have to do the hassle. So I'll follow the hassle streak. I'll do that. I'll watch MTV The Challenge. That's right.
Yep.
And then I believe I have another episode of CW's All-American to finish.
You are such a bro in a dad's body. I love it. I love it.
And then I'll fall asleep to the election results.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will very quickly.
That's what's on plan. I'm going. Oh, and at 7:30 we're going to check out Landjet because I think you know what the Landjet is?
Nope.
All right, it's basically a car, a vehicle that can travel you to like Des Moines or Chicago. People who need to do work while on the go.
Yeah.
So they have a driver there. Our Mark Ross, who a friend of ours, lives in the Quad Cities, and his partner, they partnered up with basically bought a franchise from Indiana. So they have a driver that will drive you to places. They're actually going to take us up to Cedar Falls on Friday.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
So we're going to look at the Landjet tonight, but then get the kids down. They might have a play date scheduled. I don't know yet. Who knows?
They should have called it a van jet.
Well, either way, I'm just letting you know.
That's why I'm unemployed. So it's fine.
So I'm going to, and then
self-employed.
At some point during the challenge, I'm going to text you, Bobby, and say like, "OMG, can you believe what Johnny Bananas just said?"
Johnny Bananas.
And you're going to say,
I'm going to say,
leave me alone.
Who is this?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have your number
Leave
saved.
me alone. All right. Mookie Betts is obviously the favorite there, and I think he's going to run away with it. And I think the same thing with Christian Yelich. Sorry, Javier Baez fans. As far as the NL Cy Young, Jacob deGrom, he's got that great ERA.
He good.
I think that's probably where that's going to go there. And the AL Cy Young between Kluber, Blake Snell, Justin Verlander. Kluber's got a 2.89. Blake Snell's got a 1.89. Verlander 2.52. Oddly enough, they're leaving out wins here. They've got their WAR and everything else. Blake Snell's WAR is higher. And Verlander was just under 300 Ks. So
pretty good year.
Yeah, and then Rookie of the Year, you got Miguel Andujar, Ohtani, Gleyber Torres from the Yankees, and then National League Acuna.
How did Ohtani end up? I know there was a lot of hype with him coming into the season, kind of being that two-way player. I know he had some injuries. Did he end up having a really good year?
Yeah, because he had value at both the plate and on the mound, but obviously he had surgery at the end of it. 22 home runs in 367 plate appearances. Only pitched 51 2/3 inning, but sitting, base running, defensive WAR 2.7, pitching WAR 1.2. It's a great story. He's going to win it. There's just no way. I think he's going to run away with it. And then Manager of the Year, you got to give it to Alex Cora, right?
I would think so.
And Craig Counsell, just give it to those guys, and because the Cubs were the heavy favorite to win the Central, Counsell won it.
Man, I don't want to talk about it.
Sorry, still.
Let's do it.
So that's and then right around that we have the Hall of Fame to talk about soon too. But the Baseball Writers Association of America, they sometimes do some questionable things, and they get. I think maybe why do they wait so long is so that people are talking about it and questioning the Baseball Writers Association of America.
Yeah,
I don't know why I have to keep saying the whole thing out, but.
Because if you say the acronym, it sounds like something you would look up late at night on the internet.
Yeah. Well, I was wasting my time watching the results, right? All right. When we come back, I want to talk a little bit of the NFL power rankings, do a little bit of fantasy football waiver wire, and then I want to know about your guys' NBA fantasy league.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler, just
not
a little
good
teaser.
For BRB.
Little teaser.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Whether you're looking for a family getaway, friends and family group vacation, or a romantic retreat for two, simply need a travel professional to help plan the perfect destination wedding, Throne Travel is here to help you out. Let Throne Travel get started planning your next vacation. They firmly believe that travel is the best therapy you can purchase. Throne Travel provides the highest quality of service, customizing the perfect vacation experience, utilizing their expensive resources, contacts within the travel industry. They provide the highest quality in travel planning to all new and repeat customers. Start making your dreams come true. Contact Janelle at 563-323-0889 or check out Throne Travel on Facebook. Again, contact Janelle at 563-323-0889. Make all your travel dreams come true.
You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, only on your ESPN 93.5.
Score a touchdown on your next new or used purchase at Sexton Ford. With a huge selection of new Ford cars and trucks, you'll feel like you've entered the big game each and every time. You'll be treated like a pro player from sales to service, auto body to parts. Sexton also has a strong bench of mildly used vehicles too. Why wait? The game's on at Sexton Ford in Moline.
Oh yeah, Sexton Ford is the talk of the town.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
We're out in the great north woods of Scott County with outdoorsman and part-time motorcycle maniac Mark Brenny of Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic in Bettendorf to see what he does in the off-season. Hey, Mark, what are you doing up in that tree?
Hunting deer. Don't want my family to starve this winter.
So, what's all that equipment you have there?
Well, there's my thermos, my Walkman Game Boy, pork and beans, microwave, newspaper, well, and of course my trusty gun.
So, how'd you get all that out here?
Only one way. Got me a new Yamaha four-wheel drive all-terrain vehicle. Made it in one load. Comes with front and rear racks, A-frame suspension, shaft drive. I even put a camouflage cover on this one.
Okay, so what's with the snowplow?
Well, you never know. Hey, wait, I see a deer.
Mark, that deer is as small as my dog.
So, watch this shot.
Oh, Mark, I think you missed.
Well, that's how most deer hunts go. So let's just ride Yamaha four-wheelers the rest of the day. Hey, wait, there's another one.
See them at Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic, 4426 State Street, Bettendorf, across from Alcoa.
Did I hit it?
Almost.
Looking for a new or used bow, but want to try it before you buy it? R&R Sports in Bettendorf has the most bows and crossbows in the Quad Cities and surrounding area. Plus, you can try it on their indoor archery range. Shop crossbows from Raven, Parker, and PSE. Bows from Matthews, Hoyt, PSE, and Bowtech. Guns from Benelli, Stoger, Franchi, Springfield, Ruger, and Remington. For sales and service, visit the area's premier hunting and fishing store, R&R Sports in Bettendorf. They do deer processing too. Visit them online at rnrsportsinc.com.
Hi, I'm Democrat Joan Padilla, candidate for the 71st District State Representative. I've knocked on more than 12,000 doors. I've listened to you. You've told me that Springfield works for special interests, not your families. You've told me that we need to rebuild the middle class by focusing on healthcare, jobs, and education. Let's make Springfield work for your family, not special interests. I'm Joan Padilla, and I'm asking for your vote. Thank you.
Paid for by Joan Padilla for State Representative.
All of us at Casey's General Stores are not going to apologize. We're not sorry one bit for tempting you with the most delicious taste known to man. Fresh tomatoes, perfectly seasoned beef, crisp garden lettuce, and tortilla chips on a perfect golden crust. We're not going to apologize for making our taco pizza so irresistible, but we will look the other way when you sneak a chip. This month, grab a large taco pizza for just $13.99. Casey's, famous for pizza. Not valid with any other offer.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
Welcome Welcome back to Don't Hassle Us. We're local here on your ESPN Quad Cities 93.5. Jay Bird, who's up for the hassle streak?
I'm up.
You're up because the
Yeah.
Hasslers lost their bet last night. Dazzo took.
That's Dazzle's fault.
Well, it's the Hasslers. They're a team.
Yeah, I know, but he's trying to impress T-Roy, I guess, and that
No.
even though we took him in our pick 6, I didn't like
Dallas -4.5, -5. They should have covered that.
Yeah, and that's their. God, how long has it been since they've lost on a Monday? It's been a long time since they lost on Monday Night Football. I think it's been 12 years or so, and they were undefeated at home this year already. So, that's just
Not
a bad
anymore.
loss. So,
when Mariota had 2 fumbles in the first quarter.
Hey, real quick, did you see that hit that 55 for the Cowboys put on Mariota?
I didn't.
Mariota went scrambling and he came down, which would be I think it was the Cowboys sideline, and he wasn't he didn't slide. How's that?
Okay.
He didn't slide for the first down. He kind of went butt and back first.
Like a first grader sliding into home?
And he got hit, and then they got him for unsportsmanlike conduct, I think helmet to helmet.
It's kind of been the narrative of the year, though, hasn't it?
Sort of, and I didn't agree with the hit. I didn't agree with the call. I think he kind of brought himself. But the crazy thing is the very next possession, they blitzed on, a linebacker blitzed on Dak, and Dak got drilled. But the difference is the guy hit him so hard and knocked him back, there was no momentum, and the guy didn't follow him down to the ground. He got drilled. The ball was released. It just, the momentum took him and hit him, Dak, to the ground, but the guy still stood there. And, that's the thing. Once you follow him down to the ground, then the flag comes out. So I thought for sure. I even rewound it. I'm like, he got hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
And there's no call. But I think they've lessened up on it. But those are the type of things where the people come out and say, this is flag football.
Yeah. Now, this week versus week 1 and 2, and especially the preseason, it has gotten a little bit better. But
there's a white Jeep outside of our Hasselhouse right now.
Oh.
It's T-Roy.
T-Roy's here.
Is he stalking us?
Yeah. Huh?
Who's in my seat?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, the other thing is, all right, so I've got Maction, Tuesday night Maction, right? Buffalo versus Kent State. Now, there's NCAA basketball tonight.
Yes, sir.
Finally.
Yes. So, and we've got Kansas is playing Michigan State.
Number 1 versus number 10 and number 2 versus number 4 are your big games tonight.
Duke versus Kentucky.
Duke, Kentucky. One of them gets to lose the opening night. That's fantastic.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question. Duke's got the Zion kid,
Zion Williamson,
and R.J. Barrett,
and
Cam Reddish.
This is it. Hold on.
Duke has 3 potential top 10 picks in their starting 5.
All right, so Jaybird's going to do his hassle streak bet right here.
Oh, we got to guess.
I told you I wouldn't be. Did I call it? Did I call it?
Hi, ladies.
T-Roy's here.
You know what was great is listening to you as I honked the horn.
Yeah.
I knew you were like, I bet I could hear my own horn.
No, I couldn't hear my own horn, but I could see your pretty little head.
No, I think he got nervous.
All right, let's talk about this debacle.
Hold on a second. It's my hassle streak bet.
We're in the middle of Jaybird's hassle streak bet.
Do you want to read the MyBookie promo while we build it up?
See, I
didn't come here to work.
CJ, you and I have been doing. You and I did such a good job today that T-Roy had to come in at halftime to make sure he still had his job.
Mm-hmm. All right, read the promo.
Every day we take a look at gambling lines and put it on our hassle streak bets, and you can too. Get in on the gambling action yourself. Go to mybookie.com. Start your account. Place your own bets. They have been in business for years. Have great reviews online. And their mobile site is easy to use, not to mention they have in-game live betting and the most rewarding player perks in the business. Plus, you can even bet the over-under and how many fantasy points a player will score each game. So lay down the cash and win big today. You win, they pay. That's the MyBookie way. Are they still matching the deposit dollar for dollar, or did that end yesterday?
Ended yesterday. Now I think it's 50%. I got to pull it up and
all right, we'll figure that out. But anyway, if you do go check out mybookie.com, you get registered. Use our promo QC Hassle. It's going to get you something. Right?
Yeah, at least 50% for and probably
just
more.
Use our promo code either way.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let us know.
You win, you play, you get paid with MyBookie.
I am taking Duke. I'm taking the +2.
Duke?
Yeah, this opened up at -1. Now it's -2. I'm taking Duke tonight, +2. I love this. This is fun. I was not like this kind of creeped up on me. I know that Iowa basketball's been playing and they work some
exhibitions.
Yeah, and there's been secret practices and whatnot. But yeah, that I really thought I was locked when I came in today that I was going to do football, college action. But now I'm in on
college
Duke.
basketball.
And
or
everybody
was that Duke lacrosse? What'd you just do?
I'm not taking Duke. I'm taking
You sure
college
you're not
basketball.
taking Duke lacrosse?
How do you? Okay, we're all in this room. We've done this before. I think.
I've been having a war with TK on Twitter.
All right,
we're in a
that's not-
tweef.
Yeah, you're in a tweef. But
Oh,
how does this work?
He won't make the bet with me though.
What's the bet?
He's a Raiders fan, so I mean, whatevs.
My team's bad. His team's worse.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm like. I got some guy with a team way worse than mine, like giving me garbage.
Yeah.
Like, listen, dude. I want to make a bet. I said I'll bet you in the next 5 years the Raiders do not have a better record than the Cowboys any given year.
A 5-year bet.
A 5-year bet each year.
You might not even be here in 5 years.
Well, that's a good point. If he keeps running his mouth, he might not be either. Just kidding, TK. All right, no, but it's like he's trying to point out to me that the Raiders are this much better franchise or ran organization. I'm like,
no.
Listen, I'll be the first one to criticize Jerry Jones. And a lot of the problems we have right now.
But at least he's got a proper haircut.
Yeah. But the problems last night, you guys, listen, did Amari Cooper not look? He looked good.
Sure.
I thought he looked great. The play calling was suspect.
As always.
Dak needs someone to mentor him, much like his first year with Tony Romo.
You mean like an ex-NFL quarterback who might be his head coach?
Yes. I mean, on that interception he threw in the end zone, if anybody wasn't paying attention to the replay,
he was running a crossing route double covered.
Alan Hearns had just run a slant in the other corner and was wide open.
Yes.
I mean, Dak is making some bad throws here and there. He just needs a little coaching. There's things that he's doing that you can't coach. He's scrambling well. He's tough. He's getting some of the extra yards when you need it.
What I said earlier was, from what I watched in the game, he was running for his life a lot. Like, he didn't have a whole lot of time to throw.
There was a little bit of pressure on him. Yeah, you're right. But when he's able to do it, I think where Romo was able to just scoot around in the pocket a little bit and
throw a little sidearm bullet.
He's not that good.
He's not that bad either.
Yep.
He's not that bad either.
Is he the QB of the future for the Cowboys?
I don't know. It's in question, but I can tell you this: what's not in question
you
is
just got
that
done saying
coach.
how awesome he is, and then you don't have the confidence as a fan to say, yes, he is the quarterback of our future.
I don't. Well, all right. Let's say this: he's the best thing we got going right now.
Okay, so answer me this, T-Roy: if Dak Prescott's making like what $600,000 a year, how have the Cowboys not spent the money to build around him and give him the weapons he needs?
He does have the weapons he needs. That's not it's the coaching he needs.
He has Ezekiel Elliott, who is not being utilized correctly.
But that's not his fault.
And
that's
then
coaching. That's
and then
what-
they blew a first-round pick on Amari Cooper.
I don't think they did. I don't think they did.
What?
I do not think they did.
Golden Tate went for a fifth-round pick. And
Amari Cooper is better than Golden Tate, and he's 24 years old.
And Demaryius Thomas went for a sixth-round pick.
24 years old. He's younger than all these guys.
And he's had two.
Younger than all these guys.
He's made one Pro Bowl. I'll give him that.
2 Pro Bowls.
2 Pro Bowls. I'll give him that. Thank you. 2 Pro Bowls.
Yeah, come on now.
But I'm sorry, but he was not worth a 2019 first-round pick.
We'll see. I think he is. I think the listen. The defense is there for Dallas. The offensive line is there for Dallas. They have an injury to Travis Frederick, which
was devastating.
Hurts immensely. But that being said, the O-line help is there. They've been drafting well. Number 55, Jay, that's Leighton Vander Esch. That's the rookie drafted in the first round that got flagged for that crappy call, and you're absolutely right. That wasn't roughing the quarterback, and it wasn't even helmet to helmet. Hell, it wasn't even old-timey. Hell, it was a great hit. It was a great tackle. The refs had nothing to do with this loss. The loss is at the feet of Jason Garrett, the offensive coordinator, for not utilizing. I think I said it on Twitter, and I don't know if I can say.
Yeah, I agree.
They're peeing the talent down their leg.
Okay,
the talent's there.
So obviously the Cowboys are not going to make the playoffs.
Oh God, no.
And Jason Garrett will still have a job next year?
No, he'll get fired next week.
Okay.
When they get blown out by the Eagles. Watch.
You think they will fire him midseason?
If he gets blown out by the Eagles next week, which might happen, if they come up and if they roll a performance like they did last night, where they can't capitalize on that defense gave them the game at the beginning,
Yeah,
they peed it down their leg.
If
they do that against the Eagles, you guys, he's gone.
I did see a comparison that Jones did say that they don't see a change in the future, and then after Week 10, they got rid of Wade Phillips at about the same time that he did it now. So,
that's true.
Not to say, I mean, history does repeat itself, but not saying that he's going to, because I do agree with you. He's got a coach that he can do whatever he wants.
Well, who would take his place midseason? Scott Linehan?
No. They would hand it over to the defensive coordinator. He used to coach the Lions.
Yeah.
Dang it, I can't think of his name now. It's on top of my head.
I think we talked
Schwartz?
about
No, Schwartz is with the Eagles.
I wish it was Schwartz, though.
Somebody's probably typing it up on the...
Dang it.
It's fine.
I know who it is, and I'm just having a brain fart.
It's all right.
Well, do you want to look at SI? Yeah, well, we're going to. I'm not even going to ask you. That's okay. I feel like I'm talking to my kids here. Do you want to do that? No.
I don't have to stay. I can just leave.
No, stick around.
You sure?
Why? Do you have something to do?
No, I didn't want to interrupt your show.
You're fine.
It's your show, too.
I was just driving by honking.
SI.
Yeah, we saw it.
Stopped.
I did.
I
held up traffic.
We got our Monday morning quarterback from SI, where they take their staff, and it's only 7 voters this week, and they rank all of the NFL teams. So,
Number 32, Oakland Raiders.
No, good job, but no. Let's just start at the top. Who do you think's number 1 now?
Oh, duh.
Okay.
Come on.
The Saints.
Yeah.
It is the Saints. All 7 gave him the number 1.
Did you see that they're going to give Des Bryant a workout?
Yeah, I saw that. Actually, Easer A's mentioned that at the top of the show here today. I didn't really get a chance to mention it. I was trying to look some stuff up on it. I think I saw it like briefly, but I didn't really see much about it.
Yeah, I just heard a quick little
So they're
soundbite
just going to work them out?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Why not?
It's free. It won't cost nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you have to pay airfare. I don't know.
Grab
Maybe
a
a
Des,
hotel.
don't cost nothing.
Number 2.
LA Rams.
Patriots.
Yep.
Patriots. Last week they were 4. 2 out of the 7 voted him at second place. I'm sorry, 5 out of the 7 voted him up to 2. So
if you allow the Patriots to see any cracks in your game, they will exploit it. I don't care who they have. I mean, they're that good.
That's what gets Belichick off. Is to find the creeks. I'm sorry.
Whoa, Jay.
I'm sorry. That is the absolute truth. Anybody that's been in the program will tell you that that's what he looks for.
Yes.
He likes the defensive mismatches. He likes to find those, and he likes to exploit them. That's what he is staying awake for 20 hours out of the day, is to know what you're going to do and when you're gonna make a mistake and exploit it. That's what keeps him going.
Getting Josh Gordon was a game changer for them this season.
Do you think so?
Absolutely. Look at what he's done for him already.
You know, but I mean, that touchdown was late in the game. It wasn't too much.
He just outspread the field. I mean, I don't know if it's a game changer. I think they're still good without him.
They've been winning ever since they got him. I mean,
Well,
and having Julian Edelman back too, and
like Edelman being in part back helped a lot.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, he's great.
T-Roy just came in to disagree with everything I say today. And,
it's all right.
That's fine. It's his show. I'll just never come
Can
back
I just
on.
come? Can I give you a hug?
Yeah.
I just like being over here. I can play with Stat Cat's leg.
I knew it. Somebody asked me about that earlier. They said T-Roy got a half-show suspension. Where did he touch you, Serge?
Yeah.
Nowhere until just now.
Right.
Okay, at number 3.
Rams.
Yeah, Rams.
That's right. Number 4.
Kansas City?
Yeah.
It is Kansas City.
Nice.
Yes. Last week they were 3. Now they're number 4.
They won and dropped.
Yes,
right?
they did. Carolina Panthers are at 5.
That's
I
interesting.
agree with that.
Who do you think's at 6?
Steelers.
Very good. 7?
Eagles.
No.
Chargers.
Yep.
Ooh, good call.
They've been playing well.
8?
If you say the Packers, I'm throwing this microphone.
Yeah, you don't need to throw anything because I'm not going to.
Oh, gotta sign the board.
You haven't signed the board.
I already did.
Yeah. Oh.
Easer A's, thank you.
Number 8. the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, yeah,
What?
makes sense.
Why?
Yeah, they're okay.
They
All right, bless their hearts.
Because they're mediocre with a tie.
Which is really funny. I'm glad that you said that. Why? Because every week when we look at SI's rankings, they say it's through week, whatever week it is. So it's through week 9, right?
Yeah.
Well, they won last week, right?
Yes, but they're going to buy it. But it when they have the little blurb at the end, it says that there's that Minnesota defense we were expecting all year. The Vikings go into bye week as our panel's favorite in the NFC North. They're not supposed to look at it that way. They're supposed to look at it right now.
Right.
Well, yeah,
they're a
that's
half game behind the Bears.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
you have a tie on your record.
Yeah.
You're 5-3-1. Bears are 5-3.
And 1.
And I think that's
Do
kind
they
of
even have the Bears in the top 10?
Probably not.
No. And I think that's why we look at SIs every week is because they're the
And
ones.
I'm not
that
saying
we
I'm not
raise
saying the Bears
eyebrows
should be in
most
the top 10. I'm saying that the Vikings should not be in the top 10. That's all.
I would say they both deserve to be in the top 10, but the Bears should be ahead of them.
The
How
Bears should
about
be
this?
ahead
Like
of them.
9
no matter
and
where
10.
I
Like
don't care if
Vikings should be 10.
I don't care if there's
Bears
16
should
and
be
17.
8
The
or
Bears
9.
should be ahead of them because they have a better record right now.
Who's the last two, Jay? Who's 9 and 10?
The Eagles are 9.
No.
Wow.
They had a bye week and they moved up from 10 to 9.
Yeah, makes sense.
And they're ahead of the R words.
Yeah.
Again, Redskins have a better record.
It said the Eagles got a nice present with Washington's loss during their bye week, but the division remains focused for now.
Well, okay, I can kind of see that because Redskins' offensive line is now. It's going to be bad.
They just got devastated.
Yeah,
listen. This is the thing that more than anything, D line, O line losses. Yeah, they're hurting. The Redskins are going to drop from here. So
yeah, I agree. So I can kind of see that, but I don't.
But that doesn't mean the Eagles got better.
I don't agree with SI's top 10, but
No.
my main focus is that these guys are just going out there and having fun.
Here we go. Yeah, the thing about it in the SI is that they consistently go against like their mission statement by saying that where it is through week 9. And they contradict themselves by saying 5 of their final 8 games come against NFC East opponents, starting with Dallas traveling to Philly on a short week. So that's why the Houston Texans are at 10.
Well, I mean they've
won 6
they,
games
yeah,
in a
I was
row.
gonna say they just won 6 games in a row.
Yep.
They started out 0-3, didn't they?
They had a lot of help from. Did you guys see that? What their
And they got isn't Fuller on IR?
the kicker when the coach from Houston.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien. When he said,
yeah.
O'Brien said
What he said
nice
about
job.
Vance Joseph.
Yeah.
Or not.
Do you have past the 10? Do you have?
I do.
All of them. So
Yeah.
Green Bay's also ahead of Chicago, aren't they?
Yeah, Green Bay is at 11.
Okay.
The outside looking in.
So the first place Chicago Bears at 5-3 are behind the second place Vikings at 5-3-1 and the third place Green Bay Packers at 3-4-1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I call fake news,
Okay.
you guys.
No, that's fine.
Did you vote, Bobby?
Is that today?
All right.
Did you bring us pizza? No.
Oh, I didn't know.
13.
Damn it.
The Chicago Bears are 13.
It's on me.
Their blurb about them is it's just Buffalo, but a 41-9 win is always welcoming and encouraging. The Bears move up a spot.
60
Who writes this
Their
garbage?
defense had
What do you
2
want? 60 to
touchdowns.
3?
Oh my god.
You know what?
Hey, I didn't.
Right. No,
SI stands for stupid information.
That's pretty good.
Obviously.
Yeah, and if my aunt had different parts, she'd be my uncle. Good Lord.
You are very good editing yourself today.
Yeah.
Trying. When you're in this seat, you got to be careful.
Then they go urinating down their leg.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break. Come back. Let's
I'm not doing this. That's okay.
do a recap of NBA through
I'm off
3
today.
weeks.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me talk about Pints, Jay.
Sure.
Read my chicken scratch.
Pints is Davenport's premier spot for craft draft beer and superb cocktails. Located at 5268 Utica Ridge Road on the border of Davenport and Bettendorf, it's the perfect location for people to get out on the town. Grab some drinks before the movie's over or after dinner on a date. Might just stop by any day of the week to enjoy their happy hour or any of their 7 daily specials. Don't forget, every Sunday, Pints is proud to bring you the best Sunday funday there is, there was, and ever will be, featuring $3 you call it's, complimentary taco bar from our friends at Caddy's during all the NFL action. Pints at 5268 Utica Ridge Road, your place to party.
You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, only on your ESPN 93.5.
Imagining a better bank starts with looking at the savings rates most banks offer and saying, really? Capital One is building something better. You can open a Capital One savings account with one of the nation's best savings rates from anywhere. Or here. Or here! One of the nation's best savings rates. Opened online, at a Capital One location, or from anywhere. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For consumers only. Offered by Capital One N.A. member FDIC. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
Weber Auto Group in Silvis. Family-owned business, 3 generations, all vehicles. Come with the Weber warranty. Financing available for everyone. We've got your baby. A 5-star reputation with small-town integrity. Check them out online at